So, look, The Flash gets a lot of hate, and some of it rightfully so. The CGI is off in a lot of places, it has some bad humor, and the god-awful cameos are just...
Oh, it's disgusting!
But there is some good stuff in this film, and dare I say some excellent stuff. Well, okay, maybe not excellent, but some really good stuff. And while I did talk about it in my overhated comic book films video, I feel I should talk about it some more here, because it really does deserve the spotlight. So today we're doing a response to SK's video, The Flush.
0.4 out of 10. Worst comic book movie, awful story, awful cameos, bland score, awful visuals, awful suits. I hate this fucking piece of shit movie. Fuck these bullshit best comic book movie of 2023 reviews, and fuck all of you who said the CGI was unfinished at the wait for the film.
Okay, so SK starts his video by saying that the film is a 0.4 out of 10, and he continues by saying the story is awful, the music is awful, and pretty much everything in it is awful. And well, let's be honest, that's just not true. At least in my opinion. Now, while I do have problems with the Flashpoint story, I do think it's still a very good one that explores Barry's trauma in a unique way that only he can do. Going back to save your parents is something that we all would do, and seeing Barry do it only to lose everything all over again is a really interesting story. And all my problems with the original Flashpoint comic are actually fixed with this film. We know from the start that Barry caused it, so we take out the painfully obvious mystery. On top of that, we get to see him interact with his younger self, which is also extremely entertaining. Plus, while I am a big fan of Professor Zoom, I think Dark Flash works way better in this version of the film, being a literal manifestation of Barry's wrongdoings. So saying the story is bad just baffles me, as it's not only entertaining, but also creative, interesting, and unique. Next up, SK brings up the score. And while I can't play it here, I mean I played a little bit in the beginning, but I'll just say this is one of my favorite in recent comic book films. It's really fun and fast, giving Barry some speed and his weight, and it's just really good. Especially Run, that's like one of the best superhero themes in my opinion, rivaled by Sam Raimi's Spider-Man theme. I mean, they are both peak. Now, with the suits, cameos, and visuals, those are harder to defend. The cameos are... yeah, they're pretty awful. But the visuals and suits are decent. The CGI itself is mixed. I really like how it looks in the Chronable. I know people don't like that. I think it looks cool, but the rest of the CGI can be a bit iffy. I do like the way he runs though. That's unique. I like that. Give me more of that, please.
Why the fuck did you stop running just to stare at the destruction? Clear the fucking building, help nearby civilians. Oh my fucking god, what an awful hero.
So, SK complains that the Flash saves the person at regular speed. I'm confused if he didn't watch the movie or is just complaining for fun, but we learn in Zack Snyder's Justice League that he can't move other people at super speed. Even this film doubles down on that when young Barry moves older Barry out of the way and he throws up because he was moved at super speed. So this complaint is just wrong. He then goes on to complain about the first action scene, saying that Batman is a buffoon and Flash is idiotic, and well, he's half right. The Flash is being a bit stupid, but that's the point. He's immature, and he has a character arc in the film to become more mature. He is showcased against his younger Barry Allen, who never grows. Young Barry becomes the Dark Flash because he's never able to get over everything, but older Barry is able to get over everything, and so he is able to save the world, and this beginning scene showcases that. You know, I really need to start editing my clips in these videos better. I'm never able to speak properly, but I don't know, I'm too lazy to edit them. Oh well.
Why is Barry now running at the speed of light when he knows that crazy shit happens to time when you do that? He doesn't like to break the rule, as shown in Zack Snyder's Justice League, which this film decided to canonize.
So next, SK talks about maybe the best scene in the movie, and how Barry breaks his rule and time travels. The thing about that though is, he asks if there isn't really a reason for Barry to do this, but there is. You know, it's very confusing. So Barry's upset, right? His dad is in prison, his mom is dead, and he doesn't know what to do. So Barry starts running, and he goes faster and faster until he breaks the speed barrier and breaks the time barrier and goes into the Chronoball. Now, on a normal day, Barry wouldn't do this. We hear in Zack Snyder's Justice League that doesn't like to break the rule. But SK frames it as if Barry's doing it here on purpose, but Barry's out of control here. He's coping the only way he knows how. You're telling me you've never done something stupid when you're upset? He doesn't mean to break the rule, but he does it accidentally, which also allows the film to happen. And it's a cool scene! He then complains that Barry goes back in time to save his parents, and like, you wouldn't? You're telling me if you had the power to fix every mistake in your life, you wouldn't use it? I guarantee you if I had time travel, I'd go back and fix everything and I'd be a millionaire. I'd put money into Amazon and GameStop and all of that. I'd be so rich you wouldn't see me doing these video essays. I'd probably still do these video essays because they're fun. But still, SK just complains and nitpicks about everything in the movie. Which, to be fair, there's a lot of bad stuff in the movie, but there's also a lot of good stuff. I don't know. Let's move on. He then says that there's a plot hole in young Barry getting powers when older Barry loses his powers. Again, it seems like SK didn't watch the film. It's shown later that this isn't the same universe, it's a new one. So if young Barry said, I don't know, died, spoilers, then old Barry would be fine. He's not the same person, he's a variant. So there's no plot hole here. Seriously, 90% of this video is just like, SK, did you not watch the movie? He then complains about Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which, yeah, I mean, okay, but that movie has nothing to do with this movie. So, what's the point? Then he just keeps nitpicking. And nitpicks are annoying. You can make up nitpicks all day about any film and make it seem bad. How did Rachel survive the fall in The Dark Knight? Why didn't Darth Vader use the Force to stop Luke from falling? Why didn't Thanos just use the stones to make more food? All these are nitpicks that aren't issues, just things people say in order to make a film seem worse. And SK is the master of that. He then complains that Bruce tries to kill both Barrys, but like, they are intruders in his home. One of them has powers, and he's freaking Batman. Why wouldn't he assume they are there to kill him? He just keeps complaining. Just make it stop! This video has like 3 good points in it.
You blew another hole in your intellect. Barry basically told Batman to kill himself. He fucking told Batman, a normal guy, to single-handedly take on a Kryptonian, and didn't fucking help him, and he dies because of this. He didn't just phase through the Kryptonian's chest, he just let Batman fight him alone and die.
In Flash's universe, Batman nearly killed Superman. Why would he think that Batman is any different in this universe? And even so, why would he have Batman not do anything? I mean, just sit by and watch as people die? Batman helps Barry by fighting Namek, and even if he can't kill him, he still stalls him, so that would help Barry and young Barry fight Zod and help Supergirl. Even if Batman loses, they can go back in time and save him, which they do. What is your point here? Are you saying that you just want Barry to say, hey, Batman, just go drink some coffee with Superman in a fun house and make fun of movies? You know, they should make that into a TV show. That'd be really fun. But still, it's...
Wait a minute. Younger Barry learned to phase through someone's chest and kill them. How the fuck in all of the times you tried again have you not managed to do this to Zod?
I just can't. This film tells you that it won't work. Young Barry probably has done it thousands of times off screen, we just don't see it. The whole point is that it can't be fixed, that you need to give up. The whole point of the film is that you can't change the past. That some things just happen. Honestly, I give up. SK, you win. As long as you don't insult Dark Flash and you say he's cool, I'll let you win this one.
Dark Flash is the stupidest piece of shit villain I've ever seen.
Fuck it, I quit. Comic book movies are some of the biggest movies ever.